Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to our writing lesson for today. This week we have a fun writing lesson, a fun letter writing activity that we are going to be doing this week. We have been learning about fact and opinion, and we've been learning about how opinions are the way people think, the way that people feel, or the way or what people believe, right? So we all have different opinions about many different things. So we're going to take those opinions that we have and think about something that we really want and write a letter to try to persuade someone. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Let me go ahead and get started with our mini lesson. So this week we are looking at persuasive letters, okay, for writing. Okay, remember, persuasive letter, a persuasive piece, or people write persuasive letters to try to convince someone of their thoughts, their beliefs, or their ideas. Okay, a persuasive letter. A letter, you guys know what a letter is already, but a persuasive letter asks someone to do or think something the way you do. So in a persuasive letter this week, we're going to state our opinion, what we think, what we want that other person to think. We're going to explain why we want them to do what we want or think the way we do. And then we're going to add some details. Okay? So let's go ahead and talk about the purpose. Now, when we write a letter, letters have a purpose. Sometimes the purpose of a letter is just to say hi to someone. Or like in the previous lessons, the purpose of a letter that you wrote like 2 or 3 weeks ago, the purpose of that letter is to teach someone about something new that you learned, right? But this week, we're going to learn that letters have other purposes. And sometimes writers write a letter to try to convince people about something. In this case, we have to think about, who are we writing the letter to? Who is the audience? Who is this letter for, right? And so here we have examples of this first letter. And we know that the audience is mom, because in the first part of our letter, we have dear mom, right? In the greeting, we have dear mom. First part of our letter is, well, one of the first parts is the greeting. So we have dear mom, we know who the person they're writing this for. In this letter, you also see, I know you think I should share a room with Ethan now that we have a baby, now that we have baby Annie. But here's why I shouldn't. So this is Alex's opinion. He thinks he should not be sharing a room with his brother. This is his opinion, and he's going to try to convince mom about it. He also gives reasons. Alex explains why he does not like sharing a room, right? And he also states what the purpose of this letter is, right? Give me my room back. That's the purpose of this letter. I'm trying to convince you, mom, to give me my room back. So when you write a persuasive letter, boys and girls, you have to think about this. Who is the audience? What is your opinion, or what is your thinking? And you have to give us reasons and tell us the purpose of the letter, okay? Now, Alex also writes a letter to his dad. And here, the dad is the audience, okay? And so Alex tells the dad what he thinks about sharing a room with his brother, right? He doesn't like the idea. And Alex this time gives facts about the problems of sharing a room. I mean, he gives reasons, right? He gives reasons of why this would be a problem. And then again, he has his purpose. I want my own room back, right? So here we have an audience, our opinions, details, and we have a purpose. So we must remember the parts of a letter, friends. So here we have the heading. The heading is the date, right? Sometimes it could be the address of the sender, but for second grade purposes, the heading is going to be the date. Then we have the greeting, where we say, dear whoever we're writing the letter to. We have the body, okay? We have the closing, like love, or thank you, or sincerely, uh, or your friend, your sister, you know, whatever you choose for your closing. And then finally, you have your signature. Okay. Now this we all reviewed when we did our letter like a month ago. Okay. Now, how many of you have heard of the application TikTok, right? So TikTok is like everybody's making TikTok videos, right? And so here I have a letter, and this is an example. There's Jaden in this example, and Jaden is trying to convince his parents about letting him use TikTok, okay? So that is his feeling, that is his opinion. The purpose of this letter for Jaden is to try to convince his parents to let him make videos on TikTok, okay? So I just want to show it to you. Here we have the date. Dear Mom and Dad, that's our greeting. And then here is the body, okay? So here is his opinion. I don't think it's fair that you won't let me use TikTok. That is his opinion. So now after he stated what he thinks, he's going to try to give his parents reasons of why they should let him use TikTok. It's the most popular app in the world. All of my friends are making videos on it. I feel left out. So that's one of the reasons, right? Everybody's doing it and I feel left out. You say some TikTok videos use bad words and some show people getting hurt. I'm a good kid. TikTok won't change me. You also say I spend too much time on screens. Did you know you can set a time limit so I can only use TikTok for 2 hours a day? There are some great things about making TikTok videos. It will give my body and brain a workout. I can make up dances and write skits. I can teach other kids how to do things. Making the videos will also help my computer skills. Please give me a chance. Let me use TikTok to make videos. So here is his purpose. His purpose of the letter is to convince his parents to give him a chance to make TikTok videos. You can help me out and even follow me. Your son, Jaden. Okay, so in the purpose, the audience is mom and dad. The purpose is to try to convince mom and dad to let him use TikTok app. And then he does give a he sets the purpose at the end, right? He tells them what the purpose of this video is, or this letter is. So this is a letter. You're gonna be writing a letter, not about TikTok though, but let me show you what I am writing my letter for, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with my writing. Now, I was thinking, what should I write about? Now, there are different opinions that I have, and then I have my opinions and I have my audience. So I was thinking, well, who do I want to write a letter to and what about? Okay, so I was thinking that I really, really want to start walking with my sister, right? So my opinion is I want to start taking walks with my sister. Now, if I want to start taking walks with my sister, who do you think I'm going to be writing this letter for? You're right. My audience is going to be my sister. So I need to ask my sister. Oh, okay. That's one idea I have. So then, you know, I was thinking that, you know, because I'm stuck in here and I've been cooking, but I really would like to learn about other foods I can cook. So I was thinking, this is my opinion. This is what I think. I want my mom to teach me how to cook. Who do you think I should ask? Who is my audience going to be? Who do I need to ask if this is something I want to do? You're right. I need to ask my mom. Okay. And so finally, I was thinking, I think my daughter should do a little more around the house. So maybe I can write them a letter telling them that. So this is my opinion, right? I'm sure they're not going to think the same, but maybe I can try to convince them. I want my daughters to do more chores or work around the house. Okay. Who do you think my audience is going to be? That's right, my daughters. I need to ask my daughters. Okay, so these are the 3 ideas I have. I am going to pick one to write a letter to. I can choose to write a letter to my sister, asking her to start walking with me. I can choose to write a letter to my mom, asking her to teach me how to cook. I can write a letter to my daughters, asking them to help me do more chores around the house. So I was thinking, and one of the things that I really, really need to work on is walking and getting some exercise. So this idea right here, I want to start taking walks with my sister, is the one I am going to be writing about today. Okay, so make sure you make your opinion and T-chart and send it to me so that I can see what ideas you had about writing this week. Okay, so now I am going to take that idea and I'm going to make a really quick picture. Okay, so this is the idea I'm going to write about. I'm going to start walking with my sister. Okay, so here is me. Here's my sister. Okay, I'm going to put my exercise. Remember how okay, that's us walking. Okay, so I am going to try to convince my sister to start walking with me, right? So let me think of some reasons why I should have her start walking with me. So I was thinking one of the reasons that I can do is so that we can have fun. Another reason of why I'm going to try to convince my sister to start walking with me is so that we can keep healthy. Oh. And the third reason is so that we can talk. Okay? So I'm going to try to convince my sister that we should start walking so that we can have fun, keep healthy, and talk. Now, when we have fun, we can go outside and maybe even race, right? To keep healthy, we can breathe the fresh air and exercise is good for us, right? And to talk, we can share great memories. And we can have sister time. Okay, and I wrote mine out, but you can do pictures, right? So I'm going to try to convince my sister to start walking with me. Why? So that we can have fun, so that we can keep healthy, so that we can talk, right? So these are my ideas. Now I am ready to start writing my letter. So this is a paper you are going to be writing your letter on, okay? So we're going to start off with our heading. this is the easy part. What's today's date? Well, today is May, and remember the month of the years have a capital letter. So we have May 4th, comma, we have a comma here, 2020. Okay. All righty. So then, our greeting. Who is my letter to? Okay. So I am going to start with a capital letter. Our greeting starts with a capital letter. Dear, and I'm going to write sister, because that's what I call her. I call her, hey, sister. And so I'm going to put a comma here, and there's already a comma there. Now we're going to start our letter. Remember, when we start a letter, we leave a little space here, and we start our body. So the first thing I am going to do in my letter is I am going to state my opinion, okay? So my opinion is I think. My opinion starts with I think. So I'm going to say, I think we should, make sure you're using your very best handwriting. We should start walking together in the afternoons. Period. That's my opinion. That's my first thinking. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and state my reasons of why I think we should start working together. Well, first of all, according to my picture, if you remember my picture, I am going to say because it's fun. Okay. So I'm going to start off with that idea. Sorry, guys. What happened here? Hold on. Oh, sorry. It will be fun. It will be a fun way to get out. It will be a fun way to get out of the house and enjoy the beautiful weather. Okay. So period. That's my first reason, right? It will be a fun way to get out of the house and enjoy the beautiful weather. Next, my next reason is if I look at my ideas, this was having fun, go outside, maybe the keeping healthy. Now I'm going to write about keeping healthy. So walking is a great exercise and will keep us healthy. Okay, now it will also give us fresh air that our bodies need. That's part of staying healthy, boys and girls, breathing that fresh air when you're exercising, okay? Now, this reason is the one reason that I think it's the most significant. It's like where we're talking and we're sharing sister time. So I'm going to say walking will also give us sister time to talk about all the great memories that we have together. Okay, so now I already gave you 3 different reasons of why we should go walking. Now I'm going to tell her, my, my purpose of writing this letter. Sorry, guys. Okay, so my purpose of writing this letter is, so you usually say please, right, when you ask for something. So since I'm asking her for something, I'm going to say please start walking with me. And I'm going to put exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, so that she knows it's really important. And I'm going to finish off my writing with, it will be so much fun. Remember, boys and girls, when you are trying to convince someone to do something, you need to make sure you give them a lot of reasons. That way they can't say no. Okay. And finally, we're going to have your sister, comma, and she calls me Mari. So I'm going to end with Mari. Okay. Now, remember, you need to tell me all the reasons of why you want someone to think that way. Now, what can you write about? Maybe you want to write about trying to convince your parents to get you a pet, or maybe you want to write about trying to convince your parents to let you play more on the computer, or I really want you to think of what are some things that you can convince your parents or a brother or sister or your aunt or your grandparents or anybody in your family that what you're thinking should be thought about. So remember, have fun. Remember, you have to send me this in for your work for this week. But I would also, boys and girls, like to see your chart and maybe even your little planning. Okay, so if you have a chance, send me that in, but mainly your letter. I am going to be looking for your letter and that you write it correctly, that you're using punctuation, that you are that you're writing it correctly, you're using punctuations, you're using capital letters, and you're following my example. So can't wait to read your letters. Bye, guys.